so bright. So I got it out. I had jury duty this morning. Ugh, was not looking forward to it. Who does? And I got out of it. They really wanted me to serve, but I've been coughing like a madman for like 10 days. And you see, once I got up there, I started coughing like crazy. And that's that. And they gave me a medical leave. I'm like, okay, thank you. I can barely talk. I wasn't performance heart. It's like when I open my mouth, I start coughing. So if I sit and I'm quiet, like on the train or something like that, I don't really cough. But just open my mouth. There we go. Yeah, you notice the background. Yeah, it's rainy here and foggy. And yeah, trust me, there's a building. There's a whole city behind me. New Jersey's behind me. Everything. The Appalachian Mountains are behind me, but you can't see nothing. It's amazing how, once you get into the clouds, the visibility just like totally disappears. There's a giant building behind me. You can't even see it. So, but it's not about the view. Some days you see it, some days you don't. That's the mystery that we have. Yeah, went to Thursday, went to a bunch of art shows in Chelsea. All terrible. All terrible. Oh my God, how terrible. Went to the Clio art show. It was awful. It's just went to another with this, I don't know, this girl, this penthouse. All the work was just terrible. Really terrible. And it's like, it's just a bunch of people, and the girls, they give them flowers, like congratulating them like they won a beauty pageant. I mean, and the work is just terrible. It's abysmal. Every piece was abysmal. I couldn't even, and before I used to go to these shows to talk to women, I listen, if I don't like your art, I can't even respect you as a woman. Forget about that. No matter how hot you are, and there's a lot of very attractive women in the arts, but they're just getting a free pass because they got some boyfriend taking care of them or husband, or it's a hobby. It's just these I don't know what they're doing. And it's just like, and it's like you want to tell these pretty girls like, hey, you know what? Your art stinks and I don't get an erection for it. I'm sorry. It's just like, no, thank you. And I'm really critical about it. No, it's just like, I don't care if you look like a freaking Miss America. You can't just like, it's basically like it was barely a step up from glued macaroni. And then you have to smile like you farted 50 times in front of people like, yeah. It's awful. Absolutely. It was terrible. Terrible. And today, they cut it's being, the National Endowment of the Arts is being cut, and I'm okay with it. Cut out NPR, cut out everything, because so much of it is so terrible that money should not be going to bad art. It's like this is going to be the crucible. This is going to be the real test with artists these days. Is that they're going to figure out, what it's going to test your mettle, because I crashed and burned pretty bad last week, and I'm still upset. I've been trying to just drink away the pain, honestly. Today I feel mostly okay because it's looking at other people's art, and then and unfortunately, they get Schadenfreude, as the Germans say, shameful joy. You're like, what, good. Like, cut off all these artists too. Cut off their grants, cut off everything, because they're not even good. The plays are good, the support structure. It's like, every gallery, every museum, every play, every performance, it's just awful. I go out there and I'm like, how are we the same? How am I supposed to be the same as these people? And it's like they don't even know that they're bad, because no one has the guts to. If I wasn't coughing so much on Thursday, because I really didn't want to talk because I was coughing like crazy, I just wanted to be like, you're bad. I wanted to just rip everyone apart one at a time, and not because I'm a jerk. It's because there's got to be a line, there's got to be a quality. There's got to be some sort of level where people are just like, yeah, you know what? Don't If you want to leave it at home and put it on your wall, that's your business. But don't pollute the world with your visual feces, because it's really bad. And people are like, well, what about your? Like, I make bad art on purpose often because I know it's bad. It's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be a certain way. This also because I believe in humor in art, and part of the humor in art is that it's tasteless and pointless. But man, if they were also in on some sort of joke, if they also agreed with me on the joke, then I'd be like, okay, great. But they're not. They're really trying to, they really believe they're trying to sell it. They're trying to get a red dot. They're trying to, and it's like, what was so bad about it? It's just like, I don't even know how to explain what is bad. It's just like there's just no life. There's no movement. There's nothing that grabs you. There's nothing there. There's no anchor. The one thing I did see in a nice Chelsea gallery was someone, hand wove pornography onto canvas. So I could dig that. I could dig like naked chicks, spread eagle, and it was all like, and it was like, stitched together. So it was pornography, but like in stitching. And it was called Intrusive Thoughts or Perverted Thoughts or something, or I Can't Stop My Thoughts, something like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't stop those thoughts either. The one good thing, and it had to be naked women, being, dirty. That's like that I can hang with, but the other stuff, no. And it's, man, I mean, it's like, I didn't even take pictures. I should have taken, but that's shameful. I don't want to like just throw my phone onto the camera and be like, yeah, look how terrible that is. That's not nice either. But no, I don't have any sympathy for any of this. I have no sympathy for artists. I have no sympathy whatever is going on. If they're slashing and burning money left and right, okay, well, if you really want to be an artist, then you really have to knuckle down. You really have to be on your own and watch out for yourself. And now it's going to get really gritty. Now it's going to be the nitty gritty. Now it's going to be tooth and nail like you wouldn't believe. And are you prepared for it? I don't know. Am I prepared for it? Listen, I already, took it on. I've already been taking it on the chin since day zero. Since I came out of my mother's belly, I've been taking it on the chin. So, what's another crack into the skull? My head is so cracked already that, okay, go ahead. Who cares? Because it's a fight, and I put in the fight. I put in the work, and I go through emotional cataclysms. I mean, I go into the depths of despair very easily, but I'm ready for that. But that's me every day. If you don't go through a pit of despair every day, then you're not ready for the real art world that is to come, where it's going to be like, well, now they don't have any funding. Now you're going to rely totally on your merit and maybe your sales and see if you're any good. There's no more free money now. So goodbye. So things are just going to get harder and harder. And and it's good, because the overconfidence that's been going on and people just slapping anything on a wall and calling it art, I want those days finished. And when I have my stuff on a wall, wherever it needs to be, I know why it works or it doesn't. I don't have any false pretenses. I have looked at my work over and over again. I know what works, what doesn't work. I know what the intent is and what the non-intent is. But I'm not trying to BS anyone. I never, ever BS'd anyone when it came to my work or art. I was always very upfront with what I want to do, the execution, and what I think the price point is, and whatever I believe it's going to be. I know it strikes a nerve. I know it doesn't strike a nerve. It's all. I sit there for I don't know how long, days, hours, weeks, agonizing how to execute even a terrible idea, just so people understand that, oh, okay, this is what it really means. It's not so much that it's bad but it's just this kind of like, what are we as a society? How we stamp everything out, how everything is just ridiculous, and how we're destroying ourselves with absolute nonsense. Like the works that I've shown here on my Instagram of are on this count, where like I take the rubber chickens and I stab them, or I have the Hannah Montana freaking padlocks. It's the insanity of human pop culture and all these materials and all these things being spent and us destroying the environment on utter stupidity. And that's where ballpark where I go with a lot of stuff. But anyway, that's where we are today. Can you see the building? No, you can't. Okay. I'll see you later.